Your take on what you heard from the president yesterday?
You know, wonderful speech from a delivery mechanics. The first third did a great job articulating the problem, and the second two-thirds were sort of on both sides of everything. Everything's on the table, and then about a paragraph later, he articulated a list of things that aren't on the table. And at what point do you excoriate politics and then give a very, very political speech?
Are you satisfied right now that this is a president, given that speech, that is prepared to meet Republicans halfway on issues like entitlements?
No, you know, and I actually brought this with me sort of as a demonstration. And this is only one of a handful of binders. This is the budget he sent us just a few weeks ago. And none of the debt commission's recommendations are in this budget he sent us. And then he gives us the speech yesterday. Now, did he repudiate the budget he's already given us? Or has he changed his mind? I mean, at some point we get a little whipsawed on what's really the policy coming from the White House.
And for those at the White House, Democrats say, listen, Republicans, you have to at least put revenues on the table. You got to put taxes on the table if we're going to have an adult conversation.
Then put it in your budget documents. Don't give a speech a few weeks later saying, oh, remember all the stuff I gave you before? Never mind, we're going to restart over. If the president's going to stand up and say, look, I'm going to follow the Debt Commission's recommendations of a broader, lower marginal rates, but take away a lot of the special carve-outs that lobbyists and special interest groups, I think he's going to find partners on the Republican side that want to talk and work through that. If it's just saying, hey, you top 5% that already pay almost 60% of all the income taxes, we're going to beat up on you more, don't go create jobs, send the money actually to the federal government, that's going to be a non-starter.
All right, so for Americans watching at home, people in the business community who see the two sides talking past each other after what we heard yesterday, where does this go?
Well, I can give you, the good news is the conversation in just a month or so since we got his budget has moved from fantasy land to now moving to dealing with the reality of the crushing debt. And in a weird way, that should be a great tell for the markets to understand at least we're now finally, both sides are actually talking about it.
Let me ask you finally, just the debt ceiling. So many folks in the investing community, markets around the world, are watching this vote and they're worried how members of Congress like yourself are going to vote on this issue.
Well, and I need you to think about it even beyond just a yes vote. I've actually spoken with a number of the market makers saying it's not just a yes vote they're looking for, they're also looking for the things that are attached to it. Will we look like we are taking the debt seriously? Because just piling more debt on is also a bad tell to the markets. The markets, I believe, want to see us not only raise that ceiling, but get a whole bunch of systemic changes for the future with it.
Congressman Schweikert, thank you for the time.
Anytime, thank you.